20 minutes, and it's fabulous, isn't it?
I can't.
Seeing you here.
I'd be honest, I cannot believe I thought I'll come up here for not a bit of peace, but I thought I'll come up here, do a bit of filming, and then the first car that comes past stops and just says, "Hi, Rick." I'm like, bizarre.
Fancy seeing? I thought. Moped. I thought. I know that. I know that head.
I know that head. Right, I'm going to crack on and do some filming, but nice to meet you. What was your name again, Dan?
Alison.
Nice to meet you, Alison. Brilliant. Listen, enjoy your day, Alison. Thank you so much. How bizarre. That was bizarre. See you later. Enjoy your day. I've come up here. I mean, the view up here is just like, wow. And then the first car that comes past just stops me and goes, "Rick?" I'm like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I am literally in the middle of nowhere. There's no cars coming past. The first car that comes past me stops and says, "Hi, Rick, how are you doing?" Look at that for a view. Look at that. It is amazing. Absolutely breathtaking and stunning. And there she goes. It's a strange one, I'm debating whether to put the microphone in or not. I don't think I need to, because there's absolutely not a breath of wind and no sound, no background noise at all, except I can hear a bit of digging down, most probably down the bottom. I'm on a road today. Does your day ever go, how do you explain it? Does your day ever go not according to plan? I had a day off yesterday, and because I had a day off yesterday, it was great. It meant that I could get to bed relatively on time. And then when you're on time, it means you get up early in the morning. I've not done an early morning for ages. So I was out this morning around about 8 o'clock, or even earlier. No, about 7:30 this morning I was out. I took the dog down the beach and took him swimming. He loved it. He had a great time. He was in the sun. Best face that way, because I give you the view then, doesn't it? He went swimming in the sea. He had an amazing time. There's only one person in the sea. The dog's not allowed in the sea on the beach where I'm at. So if I go early enough at 7:30, nobody's really going to tell me off or anything. So I did that. Just couldn't sleep. Did that, got up, came back, and then I thought, you know what it is? I'm going to go to Taocho. I don't know why. I've always seen it. Everybody's mentioned it, or I've heard the word a couple of times. And now I'm on this side of the island. I thought, well, I'm going to have a look and see what it is. And this road up here, I don't know if you can see it. It's just like a windy road that just comes up all around this area here. It's just another moped coming down. It's an amazing road. I think this is where, people call the Canarians simple folk, and you come past here and I can tell you, I've just seen mansion after mansion after mansion. I've seen a house that looks like nothing. I can't really show it, but like, let's say that house there looks like nothing. And then when you go around the corner, it's 4 stories, because the 4 stories go down on the other side. They've all got this most amazing view, which is just absolutely phenomenal. Las Americas and Los Cristianos is over that way. And then as we come over that way, I can see Adeki Golf is that way there. And you come across, that's Playa Paraíso with the 4 apartment blocks. That's Hard Rock Cafe. And then the next village there is where I am. That'll be Cayo Salvaje. And then you go along even further over that way there, and you've got Playa San Juan, Alcala, and then around to Los Gigantes. It's just a phenomenal view. But the actual village itself's nothing really much to see. There's no pavements, it's a very thin road, just houses, and apart from the church, there's not a lot. So that's the reason why I didn't really do any filming up there. Today I was going to talk about fear. What do you fear? I was talking with Shelley the other day about stuff about, we talk about heights or you talk about depths. And I always say to people, I quite like to be on terra firma, like on the, just on the old hard ground. And she was telling me a story. So she said she went diving once, and she was on the boat looking down, and the water was that clear she could see right to the bottom, and it was 20 meters deep. And she went, okay. And then she did it, and she went down to the bottom, down 20 meters. And she said it was absolutely fine until she then looked up. And then she looked up, and it was 20 meters up to the boat, and that freaked her out a bit. And I'm just telling you, that would absolutely scare the crap out of me. I don't think I could do that. So when you talk about fear, I think that is definitely a fear that I had. On my stag do in Holland, isn't it weird when a car comes past, even then I think I have to stop, because it just sounds weird that I'm talking. On my stag do in Holland, you never know when your stag do is going to be in Holland. What they do is just all of a sudden they turn up and kidnap you from your work. Next thing you know, you're on your stag do. And we went go-karting, but the first thing we did, was it go-kart? Yeah, we went go-karting. But also what they did was they put me in for a 10-metre dive. trial dive in a swimming pool in Holland somewhere, and it's where you walk into a building and you go up loads of flights of stairs, and there's the pool, and it goes 10 meters down. And I did it, and I went down, and I got to the 10 meters down, and as I was down there was obviously other divers, and there's a guy there balancing, or they call it learning to balance, where you balance your weight, where you just stay motionless. And I looked over to him, and to me he looked like he was dead, and it scared the crap out of me, and I just went, no, I want up. So then he took me out. I freaked out a little bit, so he took me up, and I've never done it again, and I don't need to do it ever again. Never done it since. I definitely don't need to do it ever again. So this is what they're all driving around here, by the way. Look at this cat. Look at these. They're all like Toyotas and Toyota. They're all driving them. I've seen loads of them. White ones, the green ones, black ones. Is it the Hilux? But I think that's the car of choice around here. So that's the depth thing. I've got an issue with depth. I used to say I got a fear of heights, but I don't know if I have. When I've been to Paris, I've been up the Eiffel Tower a couple of times, and I don't know if you've done the Eiffel Tower. What happens is, the first thing you do is, before you go up to the top, is you go up the legs, because the legs have to go to the middle and you get to that middle base area there. When I went up the legs and I'm on that first area there, and I looked around and looked down, it scared me, it really did. It was like, oh my God, and your stomach goes, what? And that's what happened to me. But yet, when I went straight up to the top of the tower, of the Eiffel Tower, and I'm at the top, it's a bit like this. It just doesn't seem real. So therefore, it doesn't really scare you or scare me. So for me, once I was at the top, I was all right. And I've done the same with Blackpool Tower. And when you go, you get to the top of Blackpool Tower, and it's actually I'm all right with it. Except the only thing on Blackpool Tower that I do remember, I went with my kids. There's a big, at the top of Blackpool Tower now, I'm saying it's been there for ages most probably, there's a big glass cutout pit at the top where it's made of glass and you can stand on it and then look down. And I wouldn't do that. My kids did it, but I wouldn't do it. It wasn't my thing. Let's take another look at this view again. Can we see Las Americas? Zoom in. Just there. That's Las Americas. It's an amazing view. It's stunning. All the way over. So I think I've got a fear of height. No, I don't think I've got a fear of heights yet. Somebody says, well, would you jump out of an aircraft? And the answer's like, no, I wouldn't do that either. I definitely wouldn't do that. It's bit of a quick one today. I really want to show you the view more than anything else. I think it looks absolutely amazing. These Canarians, they ain't got it too bad. They ain't got it too bad. Right, until the next one, you know what to do. See you later. I've stopped again for two reasons. Number one, 2 seconds. Number one, I actually forgot what the main part of the vlog was, and I've missed it all off completely because we're talking about fear. The thing about fear and heights, and the reason why I wanted to talk about that was because last week on Twitter, as this video came up, and if you look at the video here, I totally forgot about this one. Does anybody else remember Fred Dibner? Do you remember him? He was incredible. Health and safety in the day didn't exist. I'm like asking myself all the time, do you think I could do that? I don't think I could do it. The actual fact of climbing up that ladder, getting on that height, I don't think I could do it. Could you do it? And then at the top, look how he gets on. Look how he's getting on to the top of that. It's ridiculous, man. And that's the reason why the whole idea of doing a content about fear came about, because £7,000 you got to take that down brick by brick from top to bottom. And I just don't think I could do it. That's the first reason why I want to stop and carry on. The second reason is I've just come round a corner and look at that. Look at this. The true beauty of Tenerife. It's not bad, is it? It's not bad. There's one of them mansions. It's nice, isn't it? So, bit of a higgledy-piggledy one, thrown together, bit different. Whatever you're up to, enjoy your day. See you on the next one.